Hello, friends. Pro-life leader Frank Pavone here, bringing you my daily diary segment. This time I want to cover the days of Saturday, February 1st, Sunday, February 2nd, and Monday, February 3rd of 2025. What did I do those days? Well, I was up visiting with my mom, but when I do that, it's a combination of visiting with her, with my brother, maybe some other relatives, helping out with things that need to be done in the house and for my mom, and then a combination of that and some media interviews that are constantly coming just about every day, as well as interaction with my staff and work that I have to do on my laptop. So combining all those three dynamics, and of course church and other things like that, what I did was on Saturday the 1st, let's see here, I was doing the following things in terms of computer work: pastoral team meeting preparation. So we were getting ready for the upcoming February meeting of our team, and we had to do communication with the staff about that. Online thank you text updates because it's a new month. Liturgical videos, we put out these constant videos for priests to be able to preach on abortion, so we're always updating those. Upcoming leadership meeting, I was in heavy preparation for that because that was going to start as soon as I came back from New York to Florida. So I was working and communicating with leaders about their presentations, communicating with our staff who are helping the leaders, communicating with our staff about the schedule of those meetings. And then, of course, there is always the ongoing work of preparing for upcoming trips, evaluating invitations, finalizing plans, getting ready for the events themselves. So on Saturday the 1st, I was there at home with my mom and working through all those things at the same time as then helping out around the house and just visiting, and then also doing the monthly plan. In other words, looking at the new month and putting into place some finalized details of what I needed to do each day. And so that's how Saturday, February 1st was spent. Sunday, February 2nd, very much the same. I had to work on some trip planning on my laptop and in communication with staff who take care of that. As a matter of fact, one of our staff people who takes care of that was having some work hours on that morning. So I communicated with him. The 30th anniversary of Evangelium Vitae is fast approaching. The Gospel of Life encyclical by St. John Paul II, so I did some work in preparation for that. The liturgical resources for March, some upcoming faxes and action alerts, and I also, again, in between visiting with my mom, helping out with things for her around the house, also reviewed some nutritional material. Every once in a while I check in with a dietitian just to make sure I'm keeping on a healthy diet, especially when you're living a life like I do with the constant traveling and the airports and on the road. You got to keep extra watch on what are you putting into your body by nutrition. So I was reviewing some notes that I took previous consultations with that. At 1:50 in the afternoon on Sunday the 2nd, I had a Newsmax interview live with Lydia Serrani on Sunday Agenda, so I did that right from my room at home, and then continued the rest of the day with exactly what I just mentioned, visiting with my family and meals together and helping out around the house. Monday, February 3rd, of course, a work day for our staff, so even though I was up there in New York, I connected right away with my team, their morning briefing, and various work that I did with them on the computer with topics like social media strategy, approval of e-appeals and other emails going out, preparation for the Pro-Life Leaders 115 Forum meeting that we conduct, trip plans for upcoming travels, a survey of state leaders that we did, reviewing the results of those, preparation for various state marches coming up in 2025, communication with new members and about new members of Congress, recruitment of volunteers for Priests for Life, and communication with the leaders for the upcoming leadership meeting, preparation for the rest of the month's tasks, as well as liturgy updates. And then midday, after, and of course, visiting there with my mom in the morning and taking care of various things at the house, midday, I went to the airport. Now, fortunately, the airport is just like 10 minutes away from where we live up there in New York, where my mom lives, and it's the White Plains Airport. So I went there, caught my mid-afternoon flight back to Florida, was communicating with staff and working on my laptop all during the time at the airport and on the plane and on the drive from the airport back to the office. It was an evening arrival. When I got to the office, there's all kinds of paperwork waiting for me, things to be unpacked, things to be organized, so I spent a couple hours doing that kind of work that evening and then went to bed. That was Monday, February 3rd, and that's what I did the first 3 days of February of 2025. I hope your work is going well. I hope your leisure is going well. I hope your commitment to the unborn is going well. I appreciate you tuning into these updates and appreciate your support for all that we do. We will talk to you soon.
Hello, this is Father David Begany, one of the many members of Priests for Life. This organization is one of the largest and most visible pro-life ministries in the world. The Priests for Life team relies on your financial support to be able to do its work, produce its programs, and travel the world to advocate for the unborn. May I ask you to support Priests for Life generously? Go today to prolifegift.org and give us as generous a gift as you can. Thank you for your kindness, and be assured of our prayers for you every day.